Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Aimee here. Today we're going to be talking about all the new releases in December of this year. So I did find a couple new Christmas mail romances to throw into the mix, so I'm really excited about that. It's not that big of a list to get through, but let's go ahead and get started. So releasing on December 1st, we have a mail romance Christmas story. This one is Christmas on Firefly Hill. This is by Garrett Lee. It says, the single dad and the rootless vagabond expect a shy, hunky firefighter and an ethereal dancer down on his luck. A sizzling contemporary mail age gap holiday romance, mild hurt comfort, found family, and friends to lovers galore. It also says, all the Christmas feels, delivering a guaranteed happily ever after and a hefty dose of British snark. Another great book to add to your Christmas TBR maybe? Also releasing on December 1st, another mail romance, although this one is not a Christmas story, but we have Shelby Wonders. This is by Riley Nash. This is actually book 3 in Water, Air, Earth, and Fire. And to my knowledge, as I was looking into this book, it looks like you may have to read the first 2 books in the series. I may have mentioned them before. I don't know. I don't remember this series, but one of the books, like the covers look familiar. I'll have it listed down below in my description box if you want to go check it out. But like I said, this is book 3. It does sound like it's a very dark, deep, emotional mail romance. It says an epic, moving story of second chances and love that defies all odds, featuring a double gay for you relationship full of first times, hurt comfort, a demisexual main character, a mental health representation, and there's like a bunch of triggers in this one as well, and potential spoilers, so I won't maybe mention too much of that. It just says emotional distress, darkness, brief mentions of blood and dead bodies, also includes violence, drug dealing, mentions of suicide, and mental illnesses, depression, anxiety, and panic attacks. So yeah, just a forewarning, this one could be on the more deep emotional side of mail romances. So yeah, I won't get too much into it just in case anything spoils for the first 2 books. But yeah, this one comes out December 1st. On December 2nd, we get another book from Lauren Blakely. This is Turn Me On, and this says it's book 2 in Winners Takes All. I don't remember what the first book was. Let me see. I don't think I've read a Lauren Blakely in a while. I have some on my shelf, but I just haven't got to them yet. I know, what's wrong with me? I've been too busy reading my Book of the Month books. That's what's wrong with me. Okay, the first book is, looks like it's The Boyfriend Comeback, but we have some novellas mixed in with that. A 0.5, which is like the first book in the series, The Boyfriend Kickoff, and then The Boyfriend Comeback, which was released in September, and I know I have that copy in my TBR shelf. Then we have a 1.5, The Sexy Suit, and then this one, Turn Me On. I don't know if they all have, you know, anything to do with each other. Usually her books do, so let's take a look and see. Okay, it just says Turn Me On is a red hot mail forbidden sports romance between a sports agent and an athlete. The first rule of being an attorney is don't sleep with your clients. The second rule is see the first rule. Those guidelines don't account for a man like Zane Archer though. The major leaguer is all confidence and big D energy as he swaggers into my life one night at a hotel bar, determined to spend the night with the sexy suit, as he calls me. I'm so damn tempted to say yes, especially when my new client devastates me with a scorching kiss that has me reconsidering all my life choices. The catch? If I tear up the rule book, my reputation as a lawyer to the most bankable stars in pro sports is on the line, including my new goal of striking the deal of a lifetime for him, one he desperately needs to take care of his family. Instead, I fight like hell to stay professional as I work closely with the man I can't have. Lauren Blakely, she can't go wrong. Her male romances have been so much fun to read. If you haven't read any yet, pick one. Any of them's good. Also releasing on December 2nd, we have another Christmas male romance story. This is a novella. This is Unwrap Him by Nyla K. I have not read anything by this author, so I'm intrigued. But it's just a novella. It's just a little short story. The little blurb is really cute. It says, "'Twas the night before Christmas. A secret was looming. The lust in my heart had become too consuming. Make no mistake, no blood do we share, but my guardian was the man whose cross I did bear. With his icy cold eyes and peppermint lips, under mistletoe I stood, no chance to resist. For it was on no other than this cold silent night that I gave into wrong, and it felt so damn right." And then it goes on to say, Unwrap Him is a Garden Ward male novella, previously part of the Twisted Christmas Anthology. It contains taboo themes and an age gap. Please proceed with caution. Yeah, I just thought it sounded like just super fun, and I'm definitely going to check out this Twisted Christmas Anthology. Bella is over here sniffing the heck out of me. I don't have on anything different, but she is checking me out. Of course she's gonna stop when I try to show y'all. Alright, moving on to December 3rd, we have the 6th and I believe final book in the Cursed Merman series. This is Kneading the Kraken by Aramis Jordan. This releases on December 3rd, did I say that? And by far, in my opinion, the most beautiful cover out of all of them. And they've had some beautiful covers in this series, but this one just outdoes them all, in my opinion, like I said. But anyway, in the 6th book, we get to meet Malik, who is the sea witch that has invented the potion for our mermen, our beloved mermans, to become human, to fulfill their sexual desires. So we get Malik's story in this 6th book, which I'm super excited about. It says, a man on the run and a dangerous sea witch offering shelter. Kneading the Kraken is an intense love story, plenty of steam, secret identities, and a non-binary main character, Malik. This gay paranormal romance is a standalone and the final book in the Cursed Merman series. So yeah, I do believe you can read all these books as a standalone, because you vaguely hear about any of the other characters. If you do, they're sort of in the background. But you can pick and choose if you choose to. But yes, our final book in the Cursed Merman series comes out once again on December 3rd. Alright, let's move on to some mysteries and some thrillers. That was a lot of gay romances coming out at the beginning of December, which I'm not upset about at all. On December 6th, we get A Hard Day for a Hangover. This is by Dorinda Jones. This is the 3rd book in the Sunshine Vikram series, which I'm behind on. I've only read the 1st book so far. I do have the 2nd one on my shelf to one day get to. Dorinda Jones always gives us a fun sort of fantasy, paranormal, mystery, cozy mystery maybe? I'm not sure, but I loved her Charlie Davidson series. And this one kind of falls right underneath that. It says, some people greet the day with open arms. Sheriff Sunshine Vikram would rather give it a hearty shove and get back into bed because there's just too much going on right now. There's a series of women gone missing, and Sunny feels powerless to stop it. There's her persistent and awesomely rebellious daughter, Ori, who's out to single-handedly become Del Sol's youngest and fiercest investigator. And then there's drama with Levi Ravender, the guy she's loved and lusted after for years. The guy who might just be her one and only. The guy who comes from a family of distinguished vipers looking to oust him. And Sunshine for good. Like we said, the new day can take a hike. I love Dorinda Jones's books. They're just so much fun. Also on December 6th, we get another book from Darby Kane, which I have not read her last book. Y'all, I'm so far behind on my read. Obviously, my TBR shelf is just like spilling over back there. But we have The Last Invitation. It says Darby Kane has crafted another gripping and twisty suspense about an invitation to an exclusive club that comes with deadly consequences. I don't want to read too much into it, but yeah, another probably great book from Darby Kane on December 6th. Getting back into Male romances on December 6th, we have A Million Little Moments by Riley Hart. It says A Million Little Moments is a double bi-awakening, friends to lovers romance filled with first times, my favorite, self-discovery, and two men destined to be together. 12/6 is going to be a big release day. This is The Widowmaker, and this is by Hannah Morrissey. It says a wealthy family shrouded in scandal, a detective tasked with solving an impossible cold case, and a woman with a dark past collide in Hannah Morrissey's stunning new Black Harbor mystery. So this must be part of a series? It don't say. But anyway, it sounded good. I wrote it down. It's coming out on December 6th. Also releasing on December 6th, this is A Dangerous Business by Jane Smiley. Now this looks like it takes place in the 1850s, but apparently I found it intriguing because I wrote it down. I'm usually not really into like historical fiction. It says a mystery set in 1850s Gold Rush, California, as two young prostitutes, best friends, Eliza and Jean, follow a trail of missing girls. It says Eliza and Jean are determined not to just survive, but to find their way in a lawless town on the fringes of the Wild West. A bewitching combination of beauty and danger, as what will become the Civil War looms in the horizon. As Mrs. Park says, everyone knows that this is a dangerous business, but between you and me, being a woman is a dangerous business, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. So true. Our last December 6th release, this is No Accident by Laura Bates. This is a YA thriller. It says The Wilds meets One of Us is Lying in this survivalist YA thriller about 7 teens who are stranded on a desert island and the one who is out for revenge. No matter how you try to hide it, the truth will always come out. So it looks like we're going to have some teens that get stranded on an island and probably are going to be fighting against each other. There's probably one in the group that's going to be trouble. I don't know, but it sounded fun. Another Male Christmas romance releasing on December 8th. This is Merry Christmas, Cupid by N.R. Walker. This is actually part of a little Christmas series that she has last year. It's called Heartbridge Christmas series. Tic Tac Mistletoe was #1, which I think I read last year. #2 is Christmas Wish List, and then we have Merry Christmas, Cupid. N.R. Walker is one of my top male romance writers, so I'm sure this is going to be adorable. It says, after a year of tragedy, 44-year-old Gunter Zuninga is leaving heartbreak behind and moving to the peaceful and picturesque town of Heartbridge, Montana. He buys an old house in need of some work, which he naively thinks he can manage now that he's single and retired. He has nothing but time. Clay Henderson runs the local sawmill with his dad, and it's the busiest time of the year. And the delivery of firewood to the old house on Cedar Bark Road leaves him curious about the new man in town. Clay has never had time for romance, and Gunter certainly isn't looking. But Heartbridge has a way of working its Christmas magic. The jingle of Christmas bells, snow, and love are ringing in the air, and Gunter and Clay are about to get the best Christmas gift they never asked for. Looks like it might be a little bit of an age gap Christmas romance, which I'm not sad about. On December 13th, A Mother Would Know by Amber Garza. Do we really know our children? Amber Garza invites readers to untangle the web of a family just like yours, or are they? This thriller will have you triple guessing yourself. It continues to say a mother questions everything she knows about her son when a local woman is found dead. It's a horrible feeling. It's a horrible thing for a mother to even think, but is it possible she's enabled a monster? A monster she is living with, alone. Sounds really good. On December 15th, we don't have an official cover yet, but this is Daydreamer by Lucy Lennox and May Archer. This is the second book in the Honey Bridge series. I believe the first one, let's see, the first one was released a couple months ago. Yeah, like just in November. Like as I'm filming right now, it's not even out yet. So Firecracker is the Honey Bridge #1 book. I talked about it in my new releases video for November. If you want to go back and check that out, I'll have it linked down below. Daydreamer is going to be book 2. I don't think, like I said, we don't have a cover, and I don't think it says too much about it. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's got a very long it's got a very long synopsis. There are 3 kinds of people in Honeybridge, Maine. The Honeycutts, who know a lot about love and loyalty. The Wellbridges, who think they're the epitome of wealth and refinement. And the rest of the Honeybridgers, who know better than to get in the way of the centuries-old rivalry between the two. Okay, I think I remember reading that for the first book. So yeah, we have a little town of rivalry families that probably maybe find love. We get a little bit maybe Romeo and Juliet type of romance here. I don't know, but this one releases December 15th. But this is the cover it shows. On December 23rd, we get Iced Out by C.E. Ricky. This is the first book in the Lighten You series. All's fair in hate and hockey. So this is going to be a hockey romance. Iced Out is the first in a 5-book standalone college sports romance featuring 2 misunderstood rival teammates. Pages of snarky banter and more secret spicy times than any book should be filled with. Not suitable for anyone under 18 years of age. My path to success never included an enemy as a teammate, especially one as infuriating as Quentin DeHaas. Clawing under my skin is his favorite pastime, only feeding the animosity between us as the years pass. We're as completely opposite as 2 people can be, the golden boy and the black sheep, constantly at odds or at each other's throats. The only thing we can agree on is hockey, and we'll do whatever it takes to come out on top. I never imagined that drive would lead me to do the unthinkable, falling into bed with my not-so-straight rival. Sounds like the best time ever. College, hockey, rivalry, all about it. On December 27th, we have All the Dark Places. This is by Terry Parlato. A dark new thriller perfect for fans of Megan Miranda and Sherry Lapina, where murder exposes the dark secrets at the center of a group of friends and sets 2 women, one with a traumatic past, the other a Boston police detective, on a hunt for truth. I'm not a huge fan of Megan Miranda, but I am of Sherry Lapina. I just really like the cover. I didn't really read into the synopsis. I just like the cover. Reading a book by its cover, here we go. But it looks like we might have a detective type of thriller in this one. And last but certainly not least, on December 28th, we have Sideline. This is by Becca Steele. We don't have an official cover yet. And it just says a standalone male college romance, and the blurb is to be announced. So we still have a little ways until it's released, so I'm sure we'll get more info on it. But this is the second book in the LSU series. I do believe I talked about this series when the first book came out because I was intrigued by LSU, because that's our team. Louisiana State University is our college here. So it intrigued me The first book is called Blindsided. It was released in June of this year. So yeah, so this one is coming out at the end of December. Nothing to talk about it yet except that it's a sports male romance. But yeah, just wanted to put it out there in case y'all were waiting on it. Okay, y'all, that is it. That's all I have written down for the month of December. And as usual, I'm sure I missed something. So let me know in the comments down below, what are you looking forward to for December? Any books that I missed, or yeah, any recommendations? Any male Christmas romances that y'all have came across that maybe I have not mentioned? Put it all in the comments down below. And of course, stay tuned for Vlogmas coming up on December 1st. As I'm filming this video, it is November 27th. Yes. As always, thank y'all so much for watching. Hope y'all all doing well out there, enjoying the beginning of the holiday season. Hugs from me all around, and I'll see y'all very soon in a new video.